All right, I want to talk about the importance of building an ark. And what I mean by that is like the Ark of Noah, but spiritually within yourself, cultivating spirituality, cleaning up your chakras. There are points in the body that you cannot see unless you're looking at your spiritual body. And you got about 7, 8 of them. All right. You got your root chakra, abdominal chakra, like for your stomach, reproductive organ. Um, Heart chakra, throat chakra. What's the other one? Um, Third eye chakra, crown chakra, soul chakra. I think I skipped one. I think I might have skipped a chakra. Um, but yeah, the point is you have to clean yourself up. That's why there's been a lot of, you know, promotion lately about, being vegetarian, being a vegan, cleaning up your system, basically abstaining from greasy foods, meat, dairy, all that type of stuff. All right, basically go green. You want to get cleaned up as best as you can, because in these end times, there's a lot of junk food out there, and who knows what this stuff has. We're being tested, we're being checked on. Okay, like just recently, and even weeks behind, a month, I've been getting handed out free food, and then I started picking up on the fact that the reason they're doing this is so that they could keep you operating in a low vibrational frequency, these entities. So they jump on people, and you might, out of the blue, you might get hooked up and thinking, oh, that's the Most High. Oh, that's God, right? It's my angels helping me. No, they're testing you to see what you're going to do. Because if you start eating junk food, your body gets heavy. Basically, you got to reach a point where you don't give a damn about food. Okay, if you're starving or whatever, the test might be roll over and die. Might as well. Or if you're gonna eat something, you gotta choose wisely. Okay, you gotta choose wisely. Eat green beans, vegetables, and stuff like that. And the reason I'm saying this is because in these end times there are archon spiritual entities that are looking at annihilation, deletion, total destruction, perhaps, if things don't go the way they plan. And what I've come to realize is that they want to jump inside your body if they have the opportunity. They want to violate basically your body. And what I mean by that is if something goes horribly wrong on this planet, let's say this whole realm, lower realm, the universe, this earth gets cleaned up, and who knows how high the cleansing will be. They want to be able to access the highest realm they can inside your body so they can save themselves. They want to jump in your body. So if you're not fasting, like in Daniel, going 21 days, as many days as you can, you really gotta, take it to the next level, exercising, fasting. If you're not watching what you're eating, then you're gonna be in trouble, man, because these entities are no joke, man. You're literally in the lion's den, all right? And if they get a chance, they will, get to you, all right? And yeah, um, you really gotta go that extra mile, okay? Or two, or just stay on the treadmill, man, without tiring, all right? And no matter how hard things get, no matter what they send your way, you just gotta be sharp, because if you don't, who knows? And the reason I'm telling you this because I believe a while ago I was on YouTube watching a video game, and I seen it in a video game that some of these angels, no matter good or bad, um, they have the ability to jump into you. And I've experienced this, okay? I felt it. I know when an entity is inside me sometimes. Uh, I know who the guardian angel is and stuff like that. So this entity offered me if they could unify with me. And I don't trust this entity because it's an archon. and it's supposed to be good watching over me. So I asked, I wonder why would the Most High assign a parasite to me? I guess maybe it's like to keep me in line or whatever. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to understand now as the days go by. But yeah, this entity, in a video game, I recognize this entity. And in the video game, they jumped into a vessel, right? A vessel that was able to give them access all the way to who knows what realm or dimension. Because I think there's something went wrong in the lower dimensions. So this entity wanted to save itself and accomplish a mission that perhaps put a lot of souls and a lot of other entities in danger. So this entity is kind of psychotic. It's not all there. And that's what you're dealing with. So I'm thinking these entities can only enter your body if you're not taking care of your body. If you're sinning, if your mind is corrupt, if your body is not, strong, meaning you're not eating meat and grease foods. And come on, man, you don't see something wrong with eating animals? Drinking milk and stuff like that. So you really got to you got to eat fruits, vegetables. So I'm thinking the only way these entities could get inside you is if whatever you're eating is not healthy for you. Back in ancient times, we were herbivores. We only ate fruits, plants, and all that, which would make a lot of sense. You're not, excuse me, you're not killing animals and all that stuff. And you don't know whatever you buy in the store, you don't know what it has nowadays. So it's very important that you start cultivating yourself spiritually, okay? Your mind's got to be clean. Your heart's got to be clean. Emotions too, like anger and all these different type of deadly sins, fear and all that. They will be testing you on that to see if you're ready to, be taken up, basically, to the other realms. So, yeah, if they're cluing you in, they're telling you, man, look, these entities, if they could save themselves, they will, at your expense. And, hey, man, as messed up as that sounds, it is what it is. But, I mean, hey, the promises are there, so I'm not worried about it. So, let's say something like that does happen, like there's some type of high level treachery going on or whatever. I don't see how these entities, especially if they come from like the lineage of Edom, of Mount Edom, right? I don't see how these entities could be justified in that without the prime creator, just waiting for them on the other side was another type of trap. So basically, if they got like a sentence on them where they're just gonna eventually fade out or whatever's gonna happen to them, they can't get away from that. They could only delay the inevitable, but they're only sustaining themselves or getting away from the judgment until the next big thing hits them, all right? And you just gotta, read the scriptures, man. As the scriptures say that the Most High promised you protection, and some of these entities that have been assigned to us gotta protect us, then that means that the Most High is only as good as His word, okay? God is only as good as His word. And these entities, if they don't come through, then that means they're breaking their own rules, their own laws. So all of these individuals involved will get in trouble themselves. So yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, it's like a suicide, basically, what they're doing. So if they want to go back on their word or the prophecies or whatever they got going on, they're literally committing suicide, in my opinion. Okay, so if they try to save themselves, they're only gonna delay the inevitable. And it's either like, what do? Either they do the right thing or they do the wrong thing. What's it gonna be? But the promises are there. If you're following the commandments, if you're keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, hey, they gotta help you too along with that. If you're eating healthy, canned foods and all that type of stuff, they're working with you, okay? Some of them are working with you, but at the same time, you can't really trust them, you see. It's like the guardians that are assigned over you represent darkness, or more darkness than light. I'm not going to say they're totally evil, but they're more on the dark side than on the light side. So if you're striving to be on the light side, then you gotta be cleaned up, nice and cleaned up, because I personally don't trust these entities, and I don't think you should either. Okay. Like the Apocrypha says, never trust your enemy, for as iron rusts, you could wipe away the rust, but you're gonna see that the rust is still there. So it's like a cancer, a terminal disease. So until the rust just starts consuming them all, and they become nothing but crumbs. So, anyways, yeah, these entities might seem like they're there to assist you, but at the same time, if you're not doing what you're supposed to, man, they're gonna try to hijack your body and try to save themselves if things go wrong. So start eating fruits, vegetables. Watch what you eat. Avoid fast food restaurant stuff. Mm, get cleaned up. Your thoughts gotta be focused on spiritual things, things above, not things here below. Yeah, these entities that you read about in the scripture are obligated to help you regardless. A lot of them are already in trouble, I believe, because they haven't been as productive as they can be with some of us, and that's fine. I guess some of them feel like, oh well, whatever, whatever's taking place, they probably feel like a little bitter, or I don't know what's the expression to use here, like a little resentful about what's happening. So I don't expect much help from them. I only expect them to provide to a certain extent for me to make the right choices, okay? To make the right choices. Like if I'm given a can of, I don't know, vegetables or fruit, and then I got some French fries or I don't know, a burger or something, what am I going to choose? I know what to choose. Go with the veggies and fruit, you know? And I'm not saying that eating greasy food is bad, but in these instances, like I said, you don't know what they're putting in these type of foods that you're eating out in the restaurant. So fast, I would say fast, and I'm guilty of this, I gotta lean more on the healthy stuff, and it's just being a little slack in that. I know I could fast, but why don't you do it, right? That's the thing. Fast, you starve yourself a little bit, because if you're facing situations like this, you want to go through them as best as you can. So yeah, if they give you like a burger and they say either starve to death or take that and live, well, you starve to death, man. You just roll over and die. That's what you do. But the thing is, look, if you're becoming spiritual, as your body is just becoming more spiritual, you're ready to transform, as they say, then you're not going to be desiring that. You shouldn't be desiring that type of, like, there's no need for food anymore. There's no need for the touch, taste, feel type of stuff here in this lower realm, just when you're operating in the lower vibrational frequency here on earth. Now, if there comes a time of testing, they could just bring you all the way down with the control button and see what you do in certain instances, right? And they could look ahead. They'll know what choices you'll make. They could see ahead and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that nobody's perfect. If they hit the full force button on us, of course, they could easily, any one of us could mess up. But the thing has to be fair. You see what I'm saying? It can never be unbalanced. Of course, it's like if somebody, you can't, if you put somebody stronger than you are, it's going to overpower you. So you need somebody that's going to be on your same match, your same level. So of course it makes no damn sense if you leave the thing unbalanced. It's gonna be hard to overcome. Maybe easier for some, but it all depends how much disadvantage do you have. You see, so there's gotta be some type of a level playing field. You see what I'm saying? So they could look ahead. They know what choices you'll make. They know some of us won't struggle with perhaps adultery, infidelity, and that type of stuff, unless they force it on you. But that's different because they're the ones that are overpowering you when they should just keep a certain amount of distance, and stuff like that. It could be food, it could be, I don't know, stuff that you like, worldly things, anything. So in my case, it has to do with food, okay? A lack of discipline, okay? And yeah, it's just that I could go to the gym a couple of weeks and get in shape, I could fast a couple of days, but the thing is the habit. I have a bad habit. Like, I know I could do it, but the habit is not there to do it. To basically pick up this habit of, just go green. Start eating vegetables and fruits, and grease food needs to become secondary, like once in a while, that type of stuff. So I gotta put my priorities, maybe when it comes to food, are a little off balance. So I need to put the good stuff first, and then that junk food second, and just start leaving it all together, and pick up a habit of going to the store and thinking green. Maybe just start buying canned foods and stuff like that. And even fasting. The thing with fasting is that even if you go on a water fast and stuff like that, sometimes that's not always enough. You're still gonna get hungry, and even if you don't even drink water, your mouth gets a little dry. So it's not easy, man. It's not easy. But basically, you want to chastise yourself to a certain extent, your body, where you train it to be under control. You're not led by your desires, your cravings, your flesh. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Like, I'm hungry, I gotta go get something to eat. Nah, you don't. Your stomach is hungry, but your inner self is not really hungry. You're a spirit being. You should be above those desires and cravings. Like, like you can't let your flesh or dictate to you. You got to bring it under subjection. You decide, okay, I'm not hungry, nothing's wrong with me, I'm fine, not even thirsty, but I am in this flesh, so I'm gonna taste, drink something just to drink. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, it's me choosing just to put something in my mouth to kind of drink something because it's kind of dry. It's not my stomach like, oh man, I'm hungry right now, I gotta go get something to eat. That I'm not even thinking rationally. I'm thinking like an animal because I'm being led by my stomach. Or some would say the flesh, if you're having lust issues and stuff like that. So you're being led by, like, man, I gotta go find me a chick or something, stuff like that. Or your heart too. Some say check your heart. What's wrong with it? Are you having issues there? Forgiveness issues and that type of stuff, right? So it's all about cleaning up and all that. And yeah, just staying sharp in your mind. Everything, everything. These entities are here to help you, but at the same time, they're here to ruin you if things don't go their way. So it's kind of like a duality, right? Like, I would say you want to be self-sustainable. That's why the more you read and study and all that, the better. Because, yeah, you don't want these things around you. Basically, I feel like I've been telling you, if things don't go their way or whatever, they're going to get cold feet, okay? That's what I feel. They're going to get cold feet, and they're all going to try to, just basically punk out. That's what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to punk out, and I think they tried this once, and maybe it didn't work out for them. I guess they've been trying to avoid judgment. They can't adapt to the changes coming. So my thing is, understand what's going on and let them go about their agenda. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. And if they don't want to do the right thing, then don't worry. Prime Creator will see to it, all right, that they get what they deserve if they are not going about these things correctly and properly. So have nothing to fear. Nobody gets away with anything, all right? Just understand that. You're not out here to convince anybody and try to save everybody, because it's those at the top with the power that need to be leading by example and helping us make the changes necessary down here and everywhere else, okay? It's us that chose to come down here and get our hands dirty, probably more than once, probably 3 times, who knows how many times, and yeah, well, I think we're proving our point, and they're gonna have to come through according to what is written in their writings. So that's that. Yeah, start getting cleaned up inside out, mostly on the inside. Fast, eat your fruits and vegetables, abstain from meat, greasy foods, pop, unhealthy drinks, dairy products, milk, you name it. I cannot stress this enough too. And also, like I said, your thinking, how's your thinking? Think green, think clean. That's what they told me. So do that. Please do that. Because these entities are no joke. I'll tell you that right now, okay? They're no joke. And they're not playing around, and neither should you be playing around. Yeah, you might see me lollygagging and stuff like that, but trust me, I do not think they are like a joke like you might think, or I think less of them. I do not, trust me. I read about them and I kind of know what their agendas are, so it is what it is. And just you gotta stay sharp, man. I think the quicker you clean up, the quicker you'll be out of here, because the longer you remain on earth, I believe it's dangerous, especially for somebody like me. Honestly, I feel like the longer I remain down here on earth, I'm in danger. So the quicker I clean up and just, really, really examine myself and dig deep within, the quicker I'm out of here, the better it is for me. Honestly, I feel like I'm probably a danger to myself, maybe who knows how many others, if I remain here on earth. So I gotta leave. I believe, gotta get out of here as quickly as I can, because I think all the stuff that I'm finding out is just probably disturbing to the higher realms, and I think some of them it scares them. I believe they are fearful, so it's making them act in a way that I feel like they're trying to harm me just so they could save themselves. And the way I look at it is like, okay, so if I'm such a big danger being down here and, scaring them, then maybe I'll go up, or maybe go to a realm where they feel I need to stay at until I'm ready to clear the other levels, where they're not going to freak out and be like, oh man, this and that stuff. I've been getting threats that they're planning to eat me in the other realms and whatever, because they're scared to get out of that judgmental mindset, even though their book says, a judge and righteous judgment. So they're all on these, and they're all going crazy. It's the old pantheon, right? The old heads. But, like I said, I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened before. So can you blame me? Maybe that's the prime creator trying to do something to him. You see what I'm saying? So I got to get out of here. I think it's in their best interest if I leave out of here. That's why I'm trying to clean up, trying to eat as much healthy stuff as I can, and let them go about whatever plans they got they got going. I'm not trying to get in their way, nor am I getting in their way. I'm just watching from the sidelines, I feel. And it's funny, but at the same time it's sad. And there's nothing funny about this, because I don't know, like I said, how serious this can be for them. I feel like some of them are on the decline, and they're wasting away. And so they're the ones that need time, you see? They're the ones that need time. They corrupted the earth. They corrupted everything. They're themselves, others. Who they're gonna blame? Someone like me? Come on, man. I wasn't born yesterday, man. I might have known these individuals on a more intimate level before, but I just read about them now, and I think I know what I need to know in regards to them. A lot of them are not as noble as they think. So, yeah, I cannot stress this enough. You want to clean up your chakras, all right? All of them, all right? And leave out of here. If they want to cheat, that's fine. Let them cheat. But they know how things work in existence. So nobody's getting away with nothing, whether they're here on earth or in the heavens. So I'm telling you to just get cleaned up. Get out of here. Wherever you're taken to, just make sure that you're even advancing wherever you're at, whatever realm. If it's here on earth or whatever is the case, you're going to have to make sure you go about this, well, not too slow, but you want to go about this the right way, where you develop correctly. You don't want to lag behind, and you don't want to go too fast that you miss a step, right? So you want to go just right. So anyways, that's it for this video. Letting you know, entities out there want to use your body to save themselves if things go up and boom. But there is protection guaranteed to those that have the seals of the Most High, okay? You're keeping the commandments, you got the spirit of the law of righteousness in you, you're good. You should be good. I don't see why not. And especially if you're cleaning up your chakras, you're not having filthy thoughts or nothing like that. Sure, there might be once in a while where entities will come to mess with your vibrational frequency and have you operating on a lower vibrational level, on a carnal level. So you're going to have to resist, you know. It's just like, let's say, you know, you see a girl walking by like, damn, you know, you don't want to let your root chakra, your reproductive organ chakra get the best of you is what I'm saying. You know, it's natural. There's nothing wrong with it on earth. It's normal to reproduce and stuff like that. But if it's going to make you fornicate, commit adultery and that type of stuff, you want to avoid those things like Joseph, right? What happened with him? He had to run away from, Pharaoh's wife or one of them Egyptian chicks that had the hots for him, and she was trying to commit adultery. Who knows what, but he had to get away from her. That's the same mentality you gotta have. You gotta flee from these things. And yeah, like to give you an example, like I said, I've been getting offered food. Sometimes I caught myself, I'm like, damn, man, they got me a few times. You know, I had to look back and think about it. But they catch you in your weak moments. And so the thing is, you gotta be sharp. You gotta be sharp, because when there's a lot of commotion, that's when they seek to get you. They disrupt you, this and that. You know, so it's kind of messed up, because you really have little to work with, but you know, you want to operate in the right frequency, your right mind. Like I said, negative emotions will bring you down. I guess that's where they're able to tap into you and come mess with you. So you want to get rid of anger, resentment, jealousy. What else? Unforgiveness, bitterness, all these things. Get rid of lust, whatever your eyes see. Like I said, think with your head up here, not the one down there if you're a guy. If they offer you food, like this lady offered me a burger just recently, and right out of the blue, and I know what it was about. I'm like, okay, I'm being tested. I was thinking I should just take the patty out and eat the buns with the vegetables. And I was like, nah, but it's gonna have pieces of meat in there. So I guess I'm like, they want us. I have a feeling when they test me, they want to just see me refuse it altogether. And that's what I did. I was like, okay, I'm like, bro, I can't throw this burger. Who should I give it to? And then I thought, I'll just give it to my pops then, right? Ask him if he wants it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, here, pops, do you want it? If he says, yeah, then, kind of like Jacob and Esau, It's, Isaac loved to eat meat. He wasn't a vegetarian or a vegan, so that's what I thought came to mind. I'm like, okay, ask your dad if he wants this burger. He eats meat, So I've been telling him sometimes, once in a while, like, hey, you should. I don't think it's that healthy for you to eat greasy food, but he don't listen. He said, oh, I'm old, everybody's gonna die, but he don't believe in the fate or nothing like that. So I'm like, he's probably one of them souls from the other team, right, the opposition, but I'm just co-living with him. So I'm like, all right, here, you want it? If you want it, hey, it's yours. It probably came from your own people giving it to me, trying to test me. So here you go. That's the way I thought. I was like, man, here, it's probably for my dad anyway. It's not for me. They just want to see what am I gonna do. They know that I'm not supposed to eat this, so they just come in to tempt me. I'm like, nah, man, I'll give it to somebody, one of these meat eaters, And that's the way it is, man. Every time you get offered to do something that is against your belief or faith, you just say no. Thanks, but no thanks. So, yeah, not to get off subject, just to talk about some of the things that are going on with me. Build that ark within. Remember, the scripture says that the kingdom is not going to come by looking at it. Okay? You're not going to see the kingdom. If you want a false kingdom here on this earth, probably full of lies and deceptions, then you'll get that. And most of you don't have no clue what I'm talking about. But there's Esau's blessing. His kingdom is here on earth probably, and who knows what's going to happen. You want that, you could get that. But you got to worship the wrong God, the wrong Savior, and that type of stuff. Okay, and if you want the spiritual kingdom that the scripture mentions, building up a kingdom within you, you know, his kingdom comes within you. You have the anointed mind. You are one with the anointed mind on high. His spirit is in you, and you want to get out of here. You want nothing to do with this world. You don't love this world or the things in it. Then you want to start that process right now, okay? And get out of here, because it's not safe for some of us, the elect, I believe. It's not safe for the 144,000. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. It depends. Things could play out different, I believe. It's safe because they're guaranteed. It's guaranteed that the 144,000 will get help. Okay? There's no doubt about that. So, yeah. But it's in their best interest, I believe, to get out of here as quickly as they can. And as best as they can, meaning, you know, be their best version they can be of themselves right now. And that's for another video also. I want to talk about 7 Trump, right? When that 7 Trump blows, those that remain alive, if tribulation breaks out and who knows how crazy things get, those that remain alive will be changed at the 7 Trump, meaning they're not going to perish. They're going to... That's what the scripture says. It means that they will be transformed at the 7 Trump. In an instant, those that remain alive will be taken up. Okay? They will be taken up. And yeah, they'll be able to accomplish transformation without dying. Okay? That's what the scripture says. All right? Those that die, some of them will probably survive. But you know, who knows what. They'll probably be in heaven somewhere. I don't know. So if you're of the elect and you make it to that 7 Trump, you're straight. If you're of the elect and manage to transform yourselves before that 7 Trump, then you're good. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming to get the hell out of here right now. I can't remain behind too long. If I make it to that 7 Trump, then that's good, perfect. If I get out of here before that, that's fine too. I'm not tripping, you know. But you want to be building that kingdom within you right now, okay? Don't let opportunities go by. When you're given a choice between health, spirituality, and sin, or the things of this world, you want to make sure you go with spirituality and health. Any day, any moment, 24/7, okay? Be a good example to these worldly individuals, these souls that are still not developed. Because they need to see that you want it. Sure, of course, once in a while you'll mess up. You know, they could get you if they want to, because they have an advantage, man. They got all these advantages. So that's not even considered like, oh, see, I got them. Nah, that's not how it works. As they level things out on a low, even playing field, they're gonna see that it's not as easy and it's not as fun for them, and they know that. So just the way they operate the little game matrix is ridiculous and laughable. So you could get a lot of, as long as the balance is uneven, or whatever they do to you that's above your power that you can handle, then you get a free pass automatically, because you know it's too much. They're turning up the intensity too much, and you get a free pass on that. But if it's at a level where you could deal with it, where you have a conscious choice, you see, unless they mess with your head, then sometimes you're so dazed that you will make the wrong choice. So that doesn't count. But if you have enough rationality, and you know you could make a conscious choice, and you choose the wrong thing, then that's against you. But if you choose the right thing, then it goes to show you that unless they're playing unfairly, they really can't do much. So. But I think that sometimes they do that, they mess with you, because that's how they get off, you know, they got no life. But if you do that to them, I guarantee you they wouldn't like it. If you do all the things they've been doing to us and others, I guarantee you they would not like it. And, you know, they're cowards, babies, you know, little biatches, as I call them. But whatever, you know, let them worry about whatever they got to worry about. You out there, get spiritual, okay? Build the kingdom within you. Realize that you have the anointed mind of the anointed one, Savior number 12. and maybe some of the others on high. So connect with that prime force. So I'm calling him the one. All right. Understand this, and nothing can harm you. And yeah, they'll try to break your focus and concentration and try to snatch the light in your heart, but they don't realize they can't put out that light. It'll come back up, but you don't want to let them keep snatching it, because they're basically, you're feeding them and they're not doing nothing for you. So you should be charging them for what they're doing to you, but don't worry, they'll get theirs. So with that being said, till next time, much love, peace.